Okay, this will be an abbreviated discussion on a roadmap for human-level artificial general intelligence. I had intended to give a few introductory remarks and then open the floor for a discussion. Since we're well behind schedule, I think that'll be abbreviated. But in any case, this is a roadmap. It shows all possible ways of getting from one place to another. But I'm really not going to give a roadmap or even lay the groundwork for a roadmap, but really talk more about a single path through the roadmap, a planned path. When I was at NIST, we developed this concept of a roadmap for the Army. In 2005, having robust autonomous road following and off-road driving, that was accomplished. 2010, LiDAR camera providing the range and resolution to speed to cope with dense traffic. That seems to be pretty well on track. 2015, the more difficult area now, cognitive reasoning capabilities to enable useful tactical behaviors on the battlefield. Cognitive reasoning that approach human levels of performance, and by 2025, autonomous combat vehicles that surpass human levels of performance. Actually, it looks like that is a reasonable, still seems to be a reasonable possibility. I point you to Army Research Lab, a Collaborative Technology Alliance. It's a $10 million program per year for 6 years, plus an option for another 2 years. This website here will give you the information on this alliance. These are the members of the alliance. It's headed by General Dynamics Robotic Systems, but has Carnegie Mellon, University of Pennsylvania, Boston Dynamics, JPL, and the Army Research Lab. The technical areas are perception, intelligence, human-robot interaction, mobility, and manipulation. These are the goals: perceive and understand, autonomous plan and execute, seamlessly integrate unmanned systems into the military and civilian society, and manipulate objects with near-human dexterity. That's pretty ambitious, but it's quite a team of capable people, and I would recommend that if you're interested in progress, at least in the intelligent robotics world, this is something you should be aware of. Again, I mentioned the reverse engineering the brain and the fact that DARPA. I'm going to spend a little bit of time on the Decade of the Mind initiative. The goal is a scientific theory of mind. The approach is to bring together researchers from top laboratories across the country in these various areas: neurosciences, cognitive sciences, computer science, control theory, game theory. Particularly the gaming world, computer graphics and video games is a very active field, and of course robotics. This is sort of a first draft of a planned roadmap. The first element would be theory and fundamental science. The second element would be some sort of an experimental test environment in which you could test theories and modify them and upgrade them. Then a series of practical applications that would make this spin-offs into the practical world, both in the military and civilian sector, that would provide the political and funding for this sort of thing. Set of performance metrics that one of the problems in robotics and computer vision and a lot of different areas is how do you actually measure performance? How do you measure one system is better than another? How do you actually quantitatively predict what a theory should produce and what are the metrics for And then finally, the social, ethical, and legal issues of such a thing. So this is a little bit more detail. In order to speed things up, I'm going to skip through these. Each of those areas I had the question of how much should we invest. Any investment should be commensurate with the expected benefits. And there's a number of studies of the potential benefits, DoD and civilian studies. What would be the benefits of scientific understanding of the mechanisms of mind? Well, just some similar national investments. The Human Genome Project program was about a $3 billion investment. Hubble Space Telescope was about $3 billion. The Apollo Moon Expedition is about $20 billion. International Space Station is $100 billion. Afghan War is about $2 billion a week. So that was sort of pulling a number out of the air that a rational investment over a decade might be $4 billion. So I was going to, at that point, open the floor for discussions of comments about a roadmap and suggestions. And I don't think we have very much time, but well, I guess we do have a little bit of time, maybe 5 minutes.